Hey, what's up? It's Tasha. This is going to be a video about a specific experience that I had. You know, there's going to be a lot of comments, a lot of opinions on what it is, but it is an experience that I have. And many people with bipolar disorder, they experience psychosis and all that stuff. They tend to lose touch with reality, and if it happened to you, you would know what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to basically say my experience, the specific one. I have so many. So now it all started. This happened about maybe 3 years ago, and I was hospitalized. I was on the verge of getting discharged because I was not depressed anymore. I wasn't feeling anything negative. I wasn't hearing voices. I wasn't anxious. The medications were calming me down and stuff, so it was almost time for me to go. But I remember it started when I was tapping my finger on the table. And immediately I felt like there was a veil peeled off from on top of my conscience. I guess it's hard to describe. Like an extra sense, like a sixth sense was like exposed or something. And I started literally predicting everything that was happening. Whether it's somebody saying something, who's going to walk in, who's going to sit down, who's going to walk across the room, if it's a nurse, a patient, or law enforcement, or what they're going to say. So I started getting scared. Like, I didn't talk to no one when that was happening. I was like predicting everything. I mean, I didn't know what was going on, so I was like, shit, the shit about to get real. So let me just, like go to my room. So I make my way down the hallway and I start hearing these buzzing sounds and these beeps like a machine, kind of like, what they use for the SOS, the little typing thing. And like more Morse code. There you go. For Morse code, I started hearing that. And then I'm like, oh man, I know I'm the only one hearing this, so what a better place for me to be than to experience this here at a mental institute, right? So, like, I basically, like, went into my room, and I heard a voice tell me to go pick up the deodorant. And I'm like, what? Why do you want me to pick up the deodorant? So I was like, that's not hurtful. So I'm like, I might as well just do it, since I got nothing else to do. Let me follow these voices and see what it makes me do, as long as they're not bad or telling me to do bad stuff. So I was like, it doesn't hurt. So I went, got the deodorant, and I saw there was like a little emblem it looked like a button, and something told me to put my finger on the emblem as if it was a button. And I did. So I did that. And when I touched it, I literally started hearing another room with like maybe 5 or 6 people in there shuffling papers. And it's like I'm in one room and I'm hearing everything that's going on in the next room. That's what it sounded like. And they were talking about me. They were narrating what I'm doing. They were saying, oh, she hears us. That's something that I heard. Oh, man, we connected. That's another thing I heard. And then they told me that, this is going to sound crazy, but they told me that they were the secret military personnel. Secret military personnel that are experimenting with ESP. And I'm like, oh, really? Okay. This is interesting. So I was like, whatever, I'll just go along with it. I'm taking my medications and everything. So I'm like, let me do this. And they said in case anybody, one of the main voices was saying, in case anyone tries to like intercept our thoughts, I have to speak in code words. But they'll understand what I know because they go by feelings and vibes. So I would say things like, I could say, I'm allowed to say this. I'm allowed to say this. I could say this, but They would say things like, I would say, the Cheetos under the cheesecake. Or I would laugh afterwards, but I mean, I hear them roughly writing something down, throwing stuff away, and I hear foot movement, like people are moving around and stuff every time I said something in my mind. I wouldn't say it out loud, I would say it in my mind. And they said anytime I wanted to communicate with them, or anytime I felt something negative, that's another thing. If I felt a bad vibe, to get that deodorant and press the emblem. It's like a button, like a walkie-talkie. I know. But, yeah, this is the other thing, I've got some evidence that was shown to me that what I was experiencing may have been somewhat real. This is what freaks me out about it, and that's why I'm sharing it with you. Basically, like, I walked into the day room where all the patients gather, watch TV, play games, sit down, talk and stuff. And basically, this other patient comes up to me and she says, "Oh, I have this guy. He said he made this for you. He just left though." And I'm like, "Made this for me? What?" And then, like, basically, it was a big sheet of paper, really big, really big. And well, I'd say about 2.5 feet long in length, and when it was like oh, sorry, somebody called me. Yeah, it was a big sheet of paper, and it said, it didn't say anything, but it was more drawings. So it was like, I wish I had it. I threw it away because I freaked out. But it had a tank on land, and then it had like a battleship on the ocean, and a helicopter in the sky that was flying. But then it had a star, a sticker of a star that was above everything. And this patient that showed me this, she said he wanted me to tell you that you're the star. So you could tell that I like definitely kind of freaked out, because I'm like, I just experienced this alternate reality stuff, and you're telling me that this is confirming what I was just going through and hearing and seeing? And of course nobody's gonna believe me because it happened in a mental institute. Nobody's gonna believe me. You just say she's crazy. She's not gonna she's just making stuff up. But hey, this is real. I'm telling you. I mean, that's what it was. That's what happened. That's what I experienced. It was real to me. There's no way to prove it. They're very smart about that. But, I went back to my room after I threw that paper away. And I was going on my instincts. My instincts told me to grab a piece of paper. I was being guided by something. It wasn't me. I was like on the outside looking at myself, if that makes any sense. Looking at what I was doing. And basically, like, I would have to trail my finger on a blank sheet of paper because they didn't want any evidence of what I was doing. I would trail my finger in the direction to look for anything negative. And whenever I have found something negative that feels negative or like a bad vibe, I stop my finger. And then I heard something say, "Now we'll take out the trash." Basically. So yeah, since 3 years ago, after, every now and then I do communicate with this militant, I don't know, this part of the military. They say they're the military, but I don't know, because it's like, you never know what's real and what's not real. But every now and once in a while when I meditate, I can hear them communicating with me and saying they need my help. And they didn't say U.S. They didn't even say this planet. They didn't say where they're from. They just said they're military and they need my help to find all the negative vibes, and so they can get rid of them. So let me know what you think about my experience, and please subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you later.